So I'm finally making this question and answer video for you guys. Hey folks, my name's Allie. Let's get started. In my last couple of videos, I asked you guys what questions you had about the ketogenic diet, my opinions on things, or just things that you were struggling with. So I combed through my YouTube videos and I found questions that I thought that I could answer the best. So let's go ahead and get started. Alma said, what wine do you drink that is keto friendly? Well, Alma, I'll be honest, I have lots of student loans. So basically anything that's dry, either red or white, and that fits my budget. So anything between about $7 and about $14 is what I get. So I usually drink a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Merlot or a Pinot Noir. And for whites, I really don't like anything besides a Sauvignon Blanc because that just tastes really dry to me. So basically that's it. Now sometimes you will get wines that taste sweeter, and personally I'm not a fan of those. So the brands that I usually get that are in my budget are the Robert Mondavi, the Cupcake. I really like Sterling. I like the Meinomi for Pinot Noir, and there's one with a starfish on it for the Sauvignon Blanc. So I just get anything, like I said, that's pretty dry and that fits my budget. Tiziana, if I'm pronouncing that right, asked, did you struggle to lose the last 10 pounds? No, I was so motivated. It was right before the holidays. I was maybe 10 pounds away from my goal of 150, and I was just, going through the holidays, super duper focused, But I did reach my goal. I mean, it totally slowed down. In the first year, I lost 120 pounds. The last year, I lost about 50. So I finally hit my goal and I started making these YouTube videos. And so the last 10 pounds weren't that much of a struggle. They just went more slowly, but it was still pretty steady. Now that said, maintaining the last 10 pounds, as I've mentioned in other videos, I have a whole maintenance video about this. Maintaining the last 10 pounds is a struggle. You kind of arrive at your goal and you're thinking, I'm here, where's my prize? But you just gotta keep going on, right? There's no going back to your old habits because you're just gonna gain that weight back. I haven't ever broken keto. I haven't ever just eaten bread or potatoes, but I have gone over my carb limit many times, and that's a struggle because I want to treat myself, especially on the weekends. I want to go out and I want to eat what I want to eat, and then I'm really strict throughout the week. So I'm kind of in this balance of just trying to enjoy life, but also maintain weight loss. A related question was, what did I eat to lose the last 20 pounds? The same foods that I had been eating, which were lots of chicken and fish and even cold cuts. Just all the keto food that I naturally eat anyway, meats and vegetables basically, just in smaller amounts. So, every time you lose about 10 pounds, I say recalculate your calorie needs and your macro requirements. I'll link my favorite keto calculator down below. Priscilla left a comment. She said she started keto 3.5 weeks ago and she's been urinating ketosis, but she's gained 6 pounds. So I know nothing about keto urine strips. I don't test my blood, or if there's a breathalyzer out there, I don't do that. I just count very precisely on a gram scale what I'm eating, and then I log it so that I make sure that I don't go over. So if you're gaining weight, it could be that you're overeating on calories. If you're overeating on fat, if you're not measuring things and knowing precisely what's going into your body, it's possible. So it definitely depends on what's happening. So I always say measure your food precisely with a gram scale and log it. And if you have the same experience that she did, leave a comment down below, because that's the only thing I can really think of, is if you're not being super duper precise, you could be overeating. Lilia asked, how do you regain motivation and get back on the keto wagon? I did a whole video recently about my how I keto reboot. It's basically just I take a week or so and I just start on Monday when I go back to work after the weekend, and I'm just super duper strict about what I eat, and that just resets me. In that video I did sausages, but you can use any food you want that you like, but just keep it really low carb, as low carb as you can. And so what I always say is motivation is the most important thing. And for me, what really keeps me going is just having this idea of the life that I want to live, and looking a certain way and feeling a certain way and fitting in my clothes, in a certain way. So for me, it's I want to look really good for date night every week, because the muscle and I try and go out once a week for date night. Sorry if the noise was off. I forgot to turn off the fridge because it messes with the sound. So yes, for motivation, always make sure that you have your main goal, your big goals, but also those mini goals, the goals that you're gonna hit, you know, every once in a while, very quickly, so that you just stay motivated. For me, I just, you know, I wanna look good for my videos. I wanna, you know, not let you guys down and just become a big, you know, blob like I used to be, but also, you know, I just wanna look good for when I go out with the muscle or with friends. Lilia also said that she wanted to see more cooking videos, and yes, I would like to do those. They just take more time. But yes, I would like to do that. I want to do a potato substitute, so let me know what you think down below. Lauren said, I would love help on figuring out how many calories to eat after you've lost weight, but you still have more to lose. So like I've said before, after about every 10 pounds of weight loss, redo your calorie and macro needs. So like I said, I'll link that keto calculator down below. I always say, and I've always heard, set it to sedentary so you're not overestimating how much activity you're doing. So, I mean, unless you were just like, you know, super duper working out for work, I would set it to sedentary just to be sure. And I always say, try and maintain about 20% of a deficit in your calories. I think that that's pretty doable, but it still shows pretty good weight loss progress. So Cindy said, in one of your videos, you said that you like ranch dressing and that you make your own. I would like to get your recipe. So what I called it was my modified packet. So some people, you know, when I mentioned that I used the ranch dressing packet, they're like, but it's got, you know, stuff in it. It's got chemicals. Whatever, you know, I'll eat the bottled stuff too. It's just I prefer the taste of when I make it with the packet. And my gold standard for ranch dressing is Texas Roadhouse. I mean, whenever I go there, I always get the ranch dressing with any type of salad that I get. If I get a steak, I'll get a salad with ranch as a side. Or if I just go there and I get the grilled chicken and salad, I'll get the ranch because I love it. It's my favorite thing at that restaurant. It's the reason I go to Texas Roadhouse. So the modified packet is, you know, it's not as good as Texas Roadhouse, and this is a long rant, but anyway, but it's, you know, it's close in my opinion to what I'm getting there. So anyway, what it is a Hidden Valley ranch dressing packet mixed with, and I had to look it up, a 1/3 cup of vitamin D milk, which came out to about 80 grams of milk, because you know I like the grams, about 130 grams of sour cream, and 195 grams of mayonnaise. And no, I don't make my own mayonnaise, you know, I'm lazy. I just use the Hellmann's or the Duke's or whatever I got. And I'll post or, you know, show what that comes out to per serving. Usually I'll put in 60 grams worth of dressing in a salad because I eat big salads. And so the reason that I make this dressing with the sour cream and stuff is because it's less calories than other dressings out there. So I like it. It's a little bit less calories, a little less fat with the sour cream mixed in. And it tastes good, so you know I use it. Lots of people have asked me on videos, you know, what is the ranch dressing that you mentioned? Well, that's it. And Diva asked, what is your IF window? IF as in intermittent fasting. I've been fasting since like the end of January, and I've gotten really used to it. I'm at work and I literally work through lunch, and I do not miss lunch because I'm eating such a big meal at dinner time. So really just my window for IF is from around 5 to 8 per day. So 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. that's about it, and then I don't eat anything. I drink stuff. I wake up and I drink coffee, and for my lunch sometimes I'll drink one of those ice drinks like you saw in my keto reboot video, or just water or something, or more coffee. So that's about it. And so a related question here for the music asked if I felt that doing IF made a difference. It just depends. I've done it in the past and it did nothing for me, and I had done it a few times, but this time it's kind of helping me just, you know, get through the day without thinking about food. And for somebody like me who loves food, it really helps. So you know, all the people that you hear that are gurus or experts about keto, I mean, you know, tastes are gonna change, attitudes and approaches are gonna change, mine do. So, you know, I've said in the past it didn't help, but I'm finding that it's helping me now. Katie asked if I usually eat 7 to 10 cups of vegetables a day as per Dr. Berg. No, and I never really have. The biggest vegetable side I can think of is when I was doing like big broccoli sides or just my big salad, but no, I never ate 7 to 10 cups, I don't think. And that's just because I would hit my carb limit. You know, 20 net grams of carbs and vegetables adds up pretty quick, especially when it's something like broccoli or a carbier vegetable. And so, you know, I haven't really followed Dr. Berg. So if he recommends that, I'm sure it's because it helps you lose weight through volume if you're feeling full. And I mean, I don't disagree with that. Vegetables are good for you. I'm gonna say it. You know, I know that there are carnivore people out there that say you never need vegetables. I don't hate carnivore and I don't hate lots of vegetables. You know, if that helps you lose weight, do it. Okay, Jennifer asks an interesting question. She says, everybody's saying don't worry about hitting the fat, but focus on protein. I'm 5'6" and 170 and need to lose about 15 to 20 more pounds, but the scale is not budging. Should I up the fats? And I think this is up to you. So a food addict like me who loves feeling like she just had a big meal all the time, I love that stretched stomach feel after I eat. Upping the fats isn't gonna get me there, because you have all of these calories in very low quantities of food. So I really like to hit my protein goal. I'll go over my protein goal. Give me, you know, a 400 gram size piece of chicken breast and I'll eat that with a big side salad with lots of ranch on it. But I'm not gonna always eat that higher fatty meat, the meat with the higher fat content in it. So it's really gonna depend on what you need. If you like just the satiating feeling of eating higher fat and that helps you, go for it. If you like the volume, I'd say go for higher protein. So it depends, and that's what's great is that you can modify this to your own needs and wants. So on my keto reset video, Tammy said, your sausage looked delicious. How did you cook it? Well, short story short, for a while, all I could do was broil things in the oven. So I broiled them for maybe 15 minutes. Basically, I cook things until I can smell them. And then once I smell them, I know that they're done. Or that they're sizzling up a lot, or they're browned. So once they're browned, then usually meats are done in my opinion. Chicken, usually I'll broil it for 30 minutes. I don't know, it depends. So it's just until I think it's done. And then finally, a good question that I haven't ever really talked about, but Shellbell said, how do you handle keto while you're sick? The interesting thing is, just to kind of set up this response, is that I really haven't gotten sick much after losing weight and starting keto. And I don't know if that's because I've lost weight so my immune system is stronger, or if it's the foods that I'm eating are just helping me remain healthier. You know, I'm probably getting a lot more vegetables than I used to get and more vitamins and things. And I'm taking a multivitamin as well. So I don't know if that's a cause of it, but usually when I get sick now, I haven't had like a stomach thing in forever, since way before starting keto, but I usually get a cold about once a year, usually in February. And if you watch my videos from the last couple of years, it's in February where I sound all stuffed up. So usually what I do is I get these miso soup packets from Walmart. It's this thing by YQMA. I really do enjoy it. I love miso soup. Every time I go get, you know, like a Japanese meal, I'll get the miso soup. And it's pretty good. 35 calories and about 3 grams of net carbs. If you want to look at the back, you can see that. So pretty good. And yeah, it's salty, you know, it's brothy. So it's really good when you're sick. But like I said, I haven't had like a stomach thing, so I'm not sure what to do during that. Knock on wood, because the muscle just went through a stomach issue sickness, so hopefully I don't get that. But yeah, that's what I usually do, is I stick with these. Well, folks, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for submitting questions. I'm going to try and answer as many questions that you guys have on this video down below. So if your question wasn't answered and you want to ask again, just leave a comment and I will try and get to as many of those as I can within the next week or so. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That would help me out so much. And if you want to find me on social media, I will link all of that down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name's Allie. Have a good one. Bye.